Hello everyone, Specter here, and welcome to Star Citizen. Today we are going to take a look at the MISC Prospector. The MISC Prospector is a light mining ship, and it is one of the two mining ships in Star Citizen currently flyable. Alright, so before I talk more about it, let's get to it first. Well, in here you can see there's a bridge or cockpit, I don't know how you call it, but anyway, you pilot it, so you will sit over there. And in here, you will see there's the Lancet mining head. So this mining head is the best currently in Star Citizen. Many people suggest to use it, which I will suggest to use it as well. So because it's good. Over here, you can see you have two distortion cannons. Technically, it's just like neutron weapons or like EMP weapons. It's for shields. All right. So once you destroy enemy shields, this thing is useless. So basically, it's just for scaring people instead of being useful. And some players, if you want to be stealthy, then they will just take it off as well. Well, because this thing is not for combat anyway. So yeah. Over here, well, this time no one can escape from it. If you got this ship, if you want to use this ship, you have no choice but to enter and exit the ship with this killer ladder. So every time you enter the ship or exit the ship, it seems, you need to take a look whether you are lucky enough or not. If you're not lucky enough, then, well, good luck with that. I'm not so sure what will happen to you, but for me, many times it will be clipped. I would be clipped inside of the ship, but later on I will talk more about it, no worries. Here you got some pods in here or some tanks in here. So these are supposed to be able to swap out. So it means that people can eject them and then to store a new one and keep on mining while your friends or NPC unloading these containers. But currently you need to stick with it because that kind of ejection features is not functional right now. So well, yeah. Or maybe if you kind of like mine something very dangerous, so it will explode after some time, then if you think that you can't make it, then you can just press a button and eject them all into space in order to save your ship. Yep, so just in the future, currently you need to stick with it, okay? Oh, by the way, you have 32 SCU of those containers like capacity, so you can mine 32 SCU of like minerals, ores, rocks, okay, whatever, inside of these containers, okay? You got the VTOL engines, you got two of them, so it will provide you easier control on like landing, taking off, or in the atmosphere. You got a very big engine in here. And basically, the right hand side is the same as the left hand side except for that killer ladder. So let's get inside of it first. Well, if you are kind of new to this ship, well, I would suggest you to kind of manage to, or if you really like scared of that killer ladder, no worries. Okay, so first of all, open the ladder first, so that you will make sure you are right in front of the ladder instead of being here or being here. Because sometimes if you are not right in front of the ladder, it would be like kind of climbing like sideways and then clipped inside of the ship. If you're lucky enough, well, you will be dropped out of the ship. But if you're not lucky enough, then you will be clipped inside of the ship. So it means that it will kill you, your character. Not kill you, kill your character. In 3.15 is a bad news for you, okay? It's a death sentence. So you will lose everything, technically, on your body, okay? On your character, so it's kind of odd. So let's see whether I'm lucky enough or not, okay? Or how unlucky I am. Alright, so I survived. So, yup, really good. Alright, even though you can see something is odd because the door is not opened when I can come in. Alright, so if you're scared of this ladder, when you get out, no worries, open the ladder, just jump out of it would be fine, okay? You don't need to like exit the ship and wait for the animation to do it again, alright? Alright, so basically, most of the videos, well, the players, the YouTubers will be stick at the front and do mining to like time teaching you how to mine. It would be very less likely for people to look at the back. Alright, so let me go through it a little bit first. Well, of course, there's so many videos about like inside of the prospector. Alright, so in here you can see you've got some ship's components, which is very nice because, well, you don't need to have some very like you don't need to you don't need to use that killer ladder for many times. Alright, so you can just simply do your repair inside of the ship would be very nice. And in here you can see some like maintenance in here and also mining maintenance in here. So these are the buttons for you to eject your container. So tank 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you press it, it would be ejected or being loose, and then so that people can grab it and like swap a new one for you, probably. Okay, in the future, but currently it's not functional. So good luck with it. If you got some container inside and it's about to explode, then you will need to stick with it. Okay. You got some life support radar, which is not functional right now. Shield generators, computer, which is not functional as well. The bed. So I locked out with this bed for 2 times, which is why I keep saying do not, okay, lock out or lock back in with the bed. Okay, don't use the bed to lock out. Because 2 times I use it to lock out. 2 times I would be like I was like being alone in space. So I would suggest you don't use it. Okay. Yep. It depends on how lucky you are, but very unlucky for me. Okay. So yep. Don't use it. Okay. In here is a very cool feature because you can have water in here. So it means that you can drink and or eat, okay, in the future. That can be just stored on the ship instead of carrying inside of a backpack, which is very nice because your character needs water and also food in order to stay in the server for a longer period of time. So in the future, it would be very useful, especially well you need to mine in some sort of outside for quite a long period of time. So it would be very nice to have some water on the ship instead of like putting water bottles inside of a backpack. Alright, one last thing you need to carry. Over here, you got the toilet. This toilet, well, technically someone asked me what kind of usage, what kind of function can it provide. Well, I really don't know, but for me, I kind of guess it, okay? Just a guess. Okay, just guessing. It would be a kind of things to rate whether you can stay on the ship for too long. Alright? Because I don't know, like currently you can see you need to eat or drink to survive, and temperature and oxygen kind of like, well, can sometimes kill you. Okay, so I don't know whether in the future you need to like do something with like by using toilet. Okay, so maybe in the future you need it, so it might be useful, okay, to rate whether you can survive outside of the station for a long period of time. Okay. Alright, over here is the last place you can visit, which is the bridge or the control room or maybe the cockpit. Okay. The animation is very similar to the like Reliant or Reliant. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. People say it's Reliant. Okay, sorry about that if I pronounce it wrongly. Alright, so unlike the Reliant or Reliant, technically this thing is a little bit bugged out. Okay, the animation is kind of odd, so you can see that thing drop 2 times. Okay, before it's really functional, but it's still okay. No worries, it won't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, the view is very good. Okay, but this is not a combat ship as I said, so basically it's just for you to observe your surrounding to see where you can find ores. Like that way you got 5 cores, that way you got like what, 6, maybe 7, I don't know. Okay, it's kind of overlapped. All right, so basically this viewpoint is for you to observe your surroundings. Okay, so I know most of the videos like kind of teaching you how to mine, they already talked about it already, so I'm not going to talk more. Okay, you cannot see like mining videos from this video. All right. Oh, but I still want, well, kind of talk about the skill. All right, just a few tips. Okay, for me. Okay, not for everyone though. For me, how to use it. Okay, so first of all, if you find something very valuable, all right, you before you mine it, please press F2, find your star map. Okay, find the refinery first, plot your plot your course. All right, so for me it's very close to Cruel L1, which is very good for like refining quantanium. Well, yep, so I will set a course to that place. All right, before I do mining. So once you finish your mining, you got some very like violent thing. Okay, so very dangerous substance on your ship, and you just simply press B in order to like go there. Okay, straightforward would be fine. All right, you don't need to worry too much. That would be better, let you have a faster time to get to your destination. All right, secondly, please swap out your drive. Okay, QT drive. This quantum drive is a civilian version. People may say you swap to like the military version of it. Well, both of them will work, or sometimes if you want to be sneaky, stealth, use stealth quantum drive is okay. But for me, because if you are like brave enough, if you are trying to mine in yellow, which I will, technically no worries. Okay, even with the civilian version of it, the quantum drive is still okay. Um, you got plenty of time to get there, wait for the elevator, get to the lobby, and store your ship. Okay, so basically it's enough. No worries about it. But just in case one, this thing is like flashing. Okay, um, it starts flashing. It doesn't mean anything. It just simply like if it's like being lit up. Technically, it just have like starting have 10 minutes, I believe. But if you found that it start to like flashing and then kind of like red, all right, and then like kind of like doing some beeping, like frequently doing some beeping thing in the air, like an Ultraman, all right, it means that yeah, just like an Ultraman, okay, it's time, all right, so you better get out of it, okay. But for me, I never saw that kind of thing happen, so no worries, okay. And only for Quantanium, if you're lucky enough, because this is a kind of third thing I would talk about. Quantanium is the most profitable one. People always say that Quantanium, just aim for Quantanium. But the thing is, you might not be that kind of lucky, so you might have a hard time to find Quantanium. Most cases for me, I would find gold, laranite, okay, these kind of thing would be I mean, the most frequent for me to find, to find. So just have a, you need to be prepared, okay, so that you are not lucky enough. So basically, well, you need to stick with it, okay. If you have a laterite, okay, just mine it, okay. If you stay outside for quite a long period of time, okay, because most of the videos will just simply tell you the most, like the best part of the mining, okay. They won't tell you they always find like what, like titanium, gold, diamond, this kind of thing, or maybe in asteroid. um, Technically some rocks cannot be scanned as well, so if they waste so much time, they sometimes they won't tell you, so just be aware of it. And also it will be very boring sometimes, so I will switch on the chat, okay, to see, okay, what happened around the verse. All right, sometimes if you are like like me, okay, I mined right outside of Grimpax. I won't guarantee, but most people are very friendly. They just want to like get close and then want to see what are you doing. But of course, if you have a higher chance to be interrupted by someone. All right, so if you have if you're doing mining, then switch on that chat room so that you can like have a conversation with someone. Okay, just make sure everything is going all right. Okay, if there's 30k, then at least one thing you'll have earlier. I mean, you have time to kind of like complaining. All right, before you being kicked out of a server. All right, so yep. And also, if you talk about scanning, usually people may say tap. Okay, press tap to scan. All right. So I mean to ping, not to scan. Scan is V. Okay, but V usually will not scan something accurately. Just tell you what kind of mineral is that. So press tab. You got 360 degree. It shows that to you, right? But usually I won't do that because it will scan at the back, something at the back of your ship. So sometimes you may find yourself like running circles because of that. So for me, usually I would press the full stop key. Okay, that key that's just right next to the question mark key. Okay, I don't know what is that key called. Okay, so press it. Okay, it will shrink your scanning um, like your scanning area. So it will limit it to 180 degrees, like up, down, left, right. Okay, 180 degree. All right. If you don't want that huge area, I will go for 90 degree, which I usually do because I hate to run in circle. So you can kind of use that. Okay, to help you to kind of find your minerals. Okay, in a very more efficient way. Of course, I will use a Lancet mining head, but you can see I didn't have any kind of mining modules because, well, people may say, well, you need those. I would say, no, you need to be patient, all right? Uh, if, of course, if you are like very urgent, like you want to go to washroom or whatever, okay, use modules is fine, okay? But for me, in most cases, if you're dealing with something like 5,000 kilogram, okay, grade of like minerals or rocks, technically you don't need it. All right, so those things you need to be patient only. Yeah, so you need to spend more time anyway. So why need to rush? All right, so basically no need. All right, so just a lancet head it would be fine. The lancet mining head is really helpful. Okay, that is true. But whether you need those modules or not, I would say no. All right. Yep. So basically, um, what I can tell you about this ship, the function, I mean, basically is like yes, all of it. And of course, the mining head is not gimbal, so you need to move around with your ship. All right. So yep. So basically, yep, is if it's about mining, then well, and about the ship, technically I finished already. What you may say, why I need to talk about the ship? Not because I'm being lazy, alright. Because I want to talk a little bit. Okay, so just a little bit. Okay, if you can listen to that far, then well, it's just a bonus. Okay, so why I will talk about the ship? Because for me, if you are interested in a career which might be or which may be okay very soon in the future, okay, maybe next year, I don't know, all right, then this ship, okay, start learning how to mine with a ship or in a ship would be profitable or beneficial. Okay, I should say beneficial. That would be salvaging. Yep, if you bought like a Drake voucher, you have a reclaimer, maybe it would be very useful if you start to mine with a ship like Prospector, which is the cheapest one to get your hands on. But because um, well, it is very less likely for for a game to develop a very new system without basing on like yeah, someone is over there, I think. Yeah, that one. All right, so basically it's talk about like how um I hope that he's not going to land on me. But anyway, all right, so basically they will base on some sort of current um like system in order to develop a new the newer system. So scavenging, okay, or salvaging technically might have a similar function. Okay, so if you start to learn mining with a ship, then if you are interested in like salvaging in the future, it might be helpful. All right, just might be. Okay, that's what I think of. All right, so yeah, of course, in the future I will talk more about like salvaging, but currently, the reason why I want to talk about the ship because well, it might be beneficial if you are like start to learn how to do ship mining. Then in the future, salvaging may be good. All right, maybe like helpful for you. All right, so yep. And if you want to purchase the ship, okay, in game you can rent it, you can purchase the ship. If you're going to purchase the ship, it costs you around 2 million to 2.1 million. All right, and if you want to purchase it with real cash, all right, of course I would suggest you to fly around first because you still need to save up a little bit before you purchase this ship with in-game credits anyway. But just once you fly the ship, you really like it, you want to support the game development, you can purchase this ship with real cash by using 155 US dollars. It's quite, well, I would say expensive because, well, it's a mining ship and $150 can let you to have a freelancer, okay, that kind of category ship, okay, that can help you to experience a little bit more gameplay. But, well, it depends, all right. I would just simply say $45 is enough to let you to experience most part of the gameplay. Okay, all the games, nearly all the game systems already. Okay, but still, yep. Just in case you want to. Okay, I know he kind of like complaining. Uh, just in case you want to kind of like support the game development and really want the ship, then yeah, $155 would be the price point. Okay. So, yep, that is it for today's video. And if you think this video is kind of helpful, feel free to leave a like. And if you think, um, like, if you think this I miss out something, or maybe you have some suggestion to make this ship like have a better use of it, or maybe you have some comments that how I should do it better, then feel free to leave a comment down below. And I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.